Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. We're here and talking about Babylon 5. Thought I'd show you some pictures, though, of our return from Galveston. We ended our lease with an apartment that we had there for about a year, and it seems that the town was crying as we left. Anyway, in Babylon 5, there is a lot that's going on. A shadow vessel that's been discovered on Earth, the tightening of the security on Earth, and as a result on Babylon 5, the Night Watch being told that they're going to be a little more aggressive in their looking out for people who might not toe the line, and Sheridan becoming a bit more suspect of everybody because he has a tendency to leave the station for things that are not quite documented. And as the case with this one, where he and Delenn and Lanier take the White Star out to try to eliminate this shadow vessel from Earth. What we see in the episode that I find kind of interesting is little things. You know, you have your big science fiction, you have your big action adventure, but at the same time, one of the things I really like about the writing on this show is that they put little things in to make the people more relatable. For instance, Ivanova is being romantically pursued, and she really doesn't know what to do with that. She's very much the soldier. She's very much the pessimist of the group, and she's not quite sure what to do with someone who's trying to shower her with attention. And at the same time, we see a different kind of romance building between Sheridan and Delenn. It was a special relationship that Sinclair and Delenn had, but kind of a friendship, a knowing of each other's culture pretty well. And in this case, I think it's really something that is more basely romantic between Sheridan and Delenn that you're showing a little bit of here. And just a hint of jealousy from Lanier that you can kind of catch on the bridge of the ship, even though he still does his duty and is very much the correct and straight-laced person that he is. We see a little of G'Kar, who is trying to reform himself while he is in jail for having assaulted Londo, and he is doing any number of things that Garibaldi reminds him that there are other inmates in there, and when he tries to sing, there are people that think he's being tortured. And so, please take that under advisement. G'Kar finds that very funny. And we also see a problem with Zach Allen, who is on the Night Watch, but just, wanted the extra 5 credits a week or whatever it was that it paid, but doesn't like the sound of what he's hearing about these people that are looking for traitors under rugs and behind closed doors and every place that they can poke their nose in. And they're especially interested in what Sheridan is doing. Now, Zach has his own suspicions, and he's made them clear to Garibaldi, but Garibaldi, of course, has blown him off, and for reasons very clear that we don't want Night Watch reporting to Earth what's being done on the station. And that, of course, is exactly why Night Watch is there. They want to make sure that there's nothing that would speak to rebellion on Earth, although, as you know, our officers aren't interested in doing anything to Earth, but rather being able to address the shadow problem that's coming up, that they're afraid that Earthdom would mess up like they did with the Centauri and Narn War. Most of the characters that feature this time are trying to make sense of the world around them, whether it's big world things like Sheridan is doing, small world things like what Ivanova is going through, or some things in the middle like what Zach Allen is going through. It shows the conflicts. It shows the divided loyalty between friendship and the job. And for that, I think it's an interesting episode. The rest of it is kind of action-oriented and some things that are fun to watch. But nothing you can say about in a review. Yeah, they shoot people. They They go into dangerous situations and they pull themselves out like you know that they would. And they go on a suicide mission, which you know they're going to come back from. All of that is less interesting unless you're just watching the show, and it's entertaining enough. But I do like what they do with the characters here. I don't think there's been a time in this episode where you do not, in this whole series of shows, really, in which you don't get a feeling that these are real people and they have their real problems and concerns and hang-ups and prejudices, if you will, even that have nothing to do with the plot of the show, but round them out as characters. And there, of course, is more to come. There's going to be some other shuffling about of people we normally see on the station, and we'll talk about that, of course, as it comes. In the meantime, we hope that you will subscribe to this channel. We appreciate your watching us and keeping in touch with us. And, of course, we have Deep Space Nine review coming tomorrow, and somewhere along the line, I've got some other outside things to do this week, but perhaps by next week we'll have another movie review for you later in the week. So that's something that we're looking forward to doing and hope that you're looking forward to seeing. So until next time, don't go far.